Hello students, today we are going to study stoichiometry and stoichiometric calculations. Okay, so first of all, what is stoichiometry? Stoichiometry, basically this word is divided into stoichion and metron. Stoichion means what? Element, and metron means measure. So it is what? Measurement of what? The element. And in stoichiometric calculation, what is it? It deals with the calculations of quantitative relationship of the reactants and the products in a chemical reaction. It means what? What is the relationship between the reactants and the products in a chemical reaction quantitatively? Okay, so here for explaining this, I am taking an example, that is what? H2 plus O2 gives H2O. Okay, so when I am saying hydrogen plus oxygen is giving water, we have to balance also the reaction. We should not keep it in the skeletal form. Okay, so here we are saying what? 2 moles of hydrogen is reacting with 1 mole of oxygen to give 2 moles of water. Okay, so here this I have said in the form of mole, we can say it in the form of molecules also. How? 2 molecules of hydrogen reacts with 1 molecule of oxygen to give 2 molecules of water. So here we can say 2 molecules of hydrogen reacts with 1 molecule of oxygen to give 2 molecules of water. Okay, we can also say here 2 moles of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of oxygen to give 2 moles of water, isn't it? Here if we are talking about volume and mass also, with that also we can say, if we are saying about mass, okay, so here 4 grams of hydrogen reacts with 32 grams of oxygen to give how much? 36 grams of water. Okay, now if we are talking about volume, it is said that at 1 mole at STP, how much does it acquire? It is 22.4 liters. So but here it is 2 moles, so it becomes 44.8 moles of hydrogen reacts with how much? Only 22.4 liters of oxygen to give 44.8 liters of water. So we can say over here, this mass, mole and molecules in this form of data, here you can see that it can be interconvertible. Okay, we can also use the term mass, we can also use the term moles, we can also use the term molecules over here. Okay, so here in this stoichiometry and stoichiometric calculations, we are going to do the numericals. Okay, so for that it is must that first, whatever the question is given, you have to write the balanced chemical equation over there. For that one example I have taken, how many grams of magnesium oxide will be obtained by heating 5 grams of magnesium carbonate. Okay, so if we are saying magnesium, the molar mass of magnesium is 24, carbon is 12 and oxygen is what? 16. So first we have to write the balanced chemical equation. Okay, so here it is saying that we are taking what? Magnesium carbonate, and we are heating it, isn't it? And then how many grams of magnesium oxide will be obtained? So we are just heating what? Magnesium carbonate, we are getting magnesium oxide plus carbon dioxide. And this here you can see 1 mole of magnesium carbonate, when it is heated, it gives 1 mole of magnesium oxide and 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay, so first of all, what you have to do? You have to do is that you have to take out the molar mass. So when we are taking out the molar, how do we take the molar mass or the molecular mass? Okay, here magnesium, it is how much? 24, and here carbon, it is how much? 12. Oxygen also it is given in the question only 16. Okay, but here 3 atoms of oxygen are present, so 3 into 16 it becomes. So when we total it, we sum up, we get what? 84 grams. When we are talking about magnesium oxide, okay, magnesium it is 24, oxygen it is 16, we are getting, when we are summing up, it is getting 40 grams. Okay, so here what happens, this 84 grams of magnesium carbonate, if it is heated, we get how much? 40 grams of magnesium oxide. But in the question it has been said, what it has been said, that yes, you are obtaining how much magnesium oxide when only 5 grams of magnesium carbonate is heated. Okay, so for that, how you will be doing it? You have taken out for 1 mole you are getting 40 grams. Okay, and 1 mole, the weight is how much? The mass is how much? 84 grams. So for 5 grams, how much it will be? So 5 grams of magnesium carbonate will give how many grams of magnesium oxide? For that, what you will do? 40 upon 84 into 5, and you are getting how much? 2.38 grams. So here you can see we have calculated it by writing the formula, the number of moles, the mass. This has to be taken into account. Okay, here this can be also used in number of numericals, like if we can take it by relating it with mass and mass. Okay, suppose if the one of the reactants has been given the mass, the other it has been given, and we can obtain how much we can get. Mass volume relationship also can be taken, volume relationship also. So the numericals can be calculated with the help of what? Stoichiometric calculations. Now we are going to study limiting reagent. Okay, so what is a limiting reagent? The reactant that is consumed up first in the reaction and limits the yield of the product formed is known as a limiting reagent. Okay, so let us understand with the help of an example. Okay, suppose a reactant A reacts with what? B to form AB. Okay, so here we are saying what? 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of B to form 1 mole of AB, isn't it? So here, if I am increasing what? Suppose the reactant B, okay, instead of 1 I am taking 2, okay, but here the product which is being formed is AB only, it is not AB2, isn't it? So here 1 mole which we have increased right now what will happen? It will not participate in the reaction because it is an excess amount. So which is the limiting reagent over here? A will be the limiting reagent because this is in less amount. It will react with only 1 mole of B to form 1 mole of AB, isn't it? So here the limiting reagent becomes what? This reactant, that is A. So this is the limiting reagent which limits the reaction. Okay, even though the second reactant is more in amount, what will happen? That will be left as it is because only what is required to form the product will be what? Reacting with this to form what? The product. Okay, so now let us do some numericals of this limiting reagent. Okay, so calcium carbonate reacts with aqueous hydrogen chloride to give calcium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. According to the reaction, calcium carbonate CaCO3 plus 2HCl gives CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. Okay, so what mass of calcium chloride will be formed when 250 ml of 0.76 MHCl reacts with 1000 gram of calcium carbonate? Okay, name the limiting reagent, calculate the number of moles of calcium chloride formed in the reaction. So this is the question. Now we are going to solve it. Okay, so here first you have to take out what? The molar mass of calcium carbonate. So what will be the molar mass of calcium carbonate? Okay, so molecular mass of calcium is 40 plus carbon it is 12 plus oxygen, 3 atoms are present, so 3 into 16, isn't it? So 40 plus 12 plus how much it will be? 48. It becomes how much? It becomes 60 plus 40, 100. Okay, so 100 grams. Okay, so here 1 mole is equal to how much? 100 grams is consists of. So now we are going to take out the number of moles by given mass. Why I am saying given mass? Because here it is saying 0.76 mHCl reacts with 1000 grams of calcium carbonate. So we have to take out first the number of moles. In order to take out the number of moles, what do? We take the formula what? Given mass upon the molar mass. So given mass is what? 1000 grams. Molar mass is how much? It is how much? 100 gram per mole, isn't it? So when we are solving it, we are getting what? 10 moles, isn't it? So now how much it is? 10 moles of what? CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate. Now let us see the number of moles of hydrogen chloride. Okay, here it is said that what mass of calcium chloride will be formed when 250 ml of 0.76. So here the volume is given, that should be taken into account. Okay, so now for that what you have to do, you have to take out here, so the number of moles, it becomes how much? Here molarity is given, it is given how much? 0.76 upon 1000 into how much volume is given? 250. We are getting the number of moles, that is 0.19 mole of hydrogen chloride. So we have now taken out the number of moles of calcium carbonate and we have taken out the number of moles of hydrogen chloride. So according to this given chemical equation, that's calcium carbonate plus 2HCl gives CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. Okay, according to this equation, 1 mole of calcium carbonate reacts with 2 moles of hydrogen chloride, isn't it? So this, if it is 1 mole is reacting with 2 moles of HCl, so here how much we are having? 10 moles, isn't it? So 10 moles will require how much? It will be what? 10 into 2 upon 1, that is 20 moles of HCl will be required for the reaction. But we are having only how much? 0.19 mole of HCl. So this is less. So if this is less, this will be the limiting reagent. So here what is the limiting reagent? HCl is the limiting reagent. Okay. So now here, after that, after calculating or after finding out the limiting reagent, we have to calculate the number of moles of calcium chloride formed in the reaction. So how many number of moles of calcium chloride is formed? For that what we have to do? If 0.9 mole of HCl will give how much? You are seeing in this, HCl is the limiting reagent, so if it is only 0.19 mole of HCl, this will give how much? This number of moles of calcium chloride. It will be becoming what? 1 into 0.19 upon what? 2, that is equal to what? 0.095 mole. So you have got how much moles will be required? 0.095 moles will be required, but you have multiplied with 111 grams. This 111 grams, where it has came from? It is the what? The molecular weight of calcium chloride. Okay, how we take out the molecular weight? Calcium it is 40, chlorine it is what? 35.5 into 2. So when we will be summing up, we will be getting how much? 111 grams, and so total calcium chloride which we will get by weight, it is how much? 10.54 grams. Okay, this is how we take out the limiting reagent and the given product or the reactant mass which has been asked. Okay, so this is all about stoichiometric calculation, limiting reagent. Good day, take care.